Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is facing a choice between the first Francophone Chief Justice of the Supreme Court in 17 years, or a dark horse candidate from Ontario who came to Canada as a refugee, but has just 3 years before retirement, legal observers say. Justice Richard Wagner, 60, is widely believed in the country's legal community to be the front-runner to succeed Chief Justice Beverly McLachlin when she retires next month, but Justice Rosalie Abella's name has also been raised, during informal discussions involving advisors in the judicial appointments process, according to 2 sources with knowledge of the discussions. Justice Abella, appointed in 2004, is the senior judge on the court after Chief Justice McLachlin, and is the daughter of Holocaust survivors who came to Canada from Germany in 1950. Justice Wagner, who joined the court in 2012, is the senior judge from Quebec. Canada has a tradition of alternating between Anglophone and Francophone Chief Justices. Story continues below advertisement. Justice Abella, who is 71, would have just 3.5 years to serve as Chief Justice before reaching the mandatory retirement age of 75. Her appointment would give the Liberals more room to maneuver, for instance, to observe Justice Wagner closely over that period. If appointed now, he could serve 15 years in the role. Or, in a scenario outlined by a Liberal insider who is not one of the 2 sources on the discussions involving the judicial appointments advisors, Justice Abella's appointment as Chief Justice would buy time for an Indigenous judge to succeed her. There is currently no Indigenous judge on the court, and this scenario assumes that the Prime Minister appoints such a judge to fill the vacancy left by the retirement. It also assumes the Liberals are confident that they will still form the government in 3.5 years. To appoint Justice Abella, Mr. Trudeau would need to risk snubbing Quebec. The tradition of alternating between Francophone and Anglophone Chief Justices reflects Canada's bicameral nature, a blend of common law, a body of case law and precedent that started in England, and Quebec's civil code. It also reflects the importance of Quebec in Confederation. Quebec is the only province that, by law, has 3 positions reserved for it on the Supreme Court. Jean Leclerc, a law professor at the Université de Montréal, says the Liberals would be courting danger to the Canadian Federation if they do not appoint a Quebecer to succeed Chief Justice McLachlin. In these very politically explosive and symbolic issues, not respecting tradition would send an awkward message, he said in an interview. Quebec Justice Minister Stéphanie Veil also supports the appointment of a Francophone Chief Justice. Historically, a Quebec judge has held this position almost once in 3, and this historical proportion must be respected, she said in an email to the Globe. The tradition is far from set in stone. In the Supreme Court's first 69 years, it had 1 Francophone Chief Justice and 7 Anglophones. But from 1944-84, the position alternated between Anglophone and Francophone 6 times, with 3 of each.